These are the top 10 cars that are going to make you look and feel like a baller. My name's Devon, and you're watching TurboShotIncredible. Now, choosing these top 10 cars was not easy. For that, we employed our baller criteria. Now, what this is 5 baller points that we use to help narrow down the selection. Baller point number 1, the car had to be built between 2001 and 2009. For reasons being, a lot of great cars were built during then, but more importantly, it allowed enough depreciation to happen so that you can afford these cars. Baller point number 2, speaking of depreciation, these cars had to command an asking price of at least $45,000 or more, usually a lot more than that. Baller point number 3, because nobody likes a slow car, these cars have to make at least 300 horsepower from the factory. That means you have no problems trying to pass grandma's minivan. Baller point number 4, the main focus of these cars had to be luxury, sportiness, or driver experience, or all the above. No one's gonna pay a bunch of money for a car that drives like this, right? Baller point number 5, this car still needs to turn heads and drop panties. Baller car number 10. Now, it's number 10, but that doesn't make it a slouch. This baby's packing a 5.4 liter V8 supercharged from the factory, making 469 horsepower. We're talking about the E55 AMG. This car is perfect if you want to do a VIP build or if you just want to look really gangster. Baller car number 9. Now this baby's packing a 5 liter V8, it's also supercharged, it's rear wheel drive, it's a coupe, and it's made in Britain. We're talking about the Jaguar XKR. Now this made it to our list at number 9 because it's a little bit more rare and it's probably not as reliable as some of the other cars. With that being said, it's still a really good deal at $25,000 or less. Baller car number 8. Now this baby, it's 4-wheel drive. It's also got one of the best in-class interiors. I mean, it's so good you just want to see the teeth in it. You just want to tear off your shirt, just put your body all over it. It's really, really nice. If you're looking for a comfortable ride that makes a good amount of power, looks great, it's the 2007-2009 RS4. Still got the 4.2 liter V8. You can get it in a 6-speed or an automatic. So boom, you got it both flavors there for you. The all-wheel drive coupled to a V8 is going to get you around the mountains or the snow, unlike anything else before. I'll look at my notes here real quick. Baller car number 7. Now this one is exactly like the one before, except it's got 2 doors. Ball around in style in the snow, in the dirt, on a mountain pass, in the grass, in your neighbor's yard. The Audi S5 is for you, my friend. It's got an amazing interior. It's got that awesome 4.2 liter V8. It's also got all-wheel drive, and you can also get to it too in a 6-speed or an automatic. This baby came with either, depending on the generation that you choose, a 333 horsepower delicious straight 6 with ITBs from the factory, V8 that screams to damn near almost 9,000 RPMs. We're talking about none other than the BMW M3. The E46 body style or the E92, both of them under $25,000. You got your rear wheel drive, you got the ultimate driving experience because BMW, and you got 6 speeds. Baller car number 5. This one actually has a very special place in my heart. So special that I will not say anymore.
stigmas to be aware of.
Now that you're looking at higher end cars to buy, we know that there's going to be a lot of stigmas and stereotypes and misconceptions that people are going to have about you. We just want to make sure that you're aware of some of the things you need to know of. If you're looking at buying a BMW, please use your blinker at all times. If you're looking at buying an Audi, be sure to make sure that you have purchased either the extended warranty or all the maintenance history of the vehicle. We're not saying they're bad cars, but they are known for having really expensive maintenance issues because it's a glorified Volkswagen. There, I said it. If you're looking at buying a Chevy, America! And if you're looking at buying a Cadillac, America! If you're looking at buying a Porsche, do not be a Porsche driving douchebag. You know who you are. These being higher end cars, normally they are pretty well maintained. Make sure you get a Carfax or whatever history report you need to do to make sure that the car has been properly maintained. It's also got a targa top. And for those of you who don't know what that is, it's a roof that comes off. And it can hang with some of Europe's and Germany's finest. And it's not a Supra. We're talking about the Chevrolet Corvette C6. America! You can get this baby in two trims, actually 3 trims, but 2 trims particularly under $25,000. You got the base model, and you can get the base model with the LS3. Did I mention it's got a V8? Everybody loves Corvettes. Your mom, your sister, your brother, your cousin, Uncle Bob, they all love them. That's what made this. Oh, and did I mention, probably the most bang for buck out there. Baller car number 4. Now this baby has 4 doors. It's got room for your dogs, your cats, your golf clubs, and a bald eagle. It's also Ben's favorite. Also faster than a Corvette, stock. Comes supercharged from the factory. It's got the luxury to boot. It's got the performance to boot. Now you may have to look a little bit harder for this one for the particular generation that we're talking about here. But it can be had for 25 grand or less. We're talking about none other than the Cadillac Cts-V. Maybe you're sick of getting shown up by all those German cars. Well, Cts-V is the answer to that. It's easy to modify, so if you want to make big power, it's right under your fingertips. If you just want to look really good, really baller-esque, all you gotta do is grab the keys, pop the door, hop in, and go for a cruise. Baller car number 3. Now this baby comes with a screaming, howling V10, arguably one of the best sounding engines ever produced, for the public, that is. It also comes in 2 generations you had to choose from, because we couldn't just choose one, because they're both just so damn good. And to give you an example, one generation is damn near almost 20 years old, the other one is 10 years old, and it's still about the same price. So that tells you just how good it really is. We're talking about the BMW M5. Both the E39s and the newer generation body style, I forgot the body code. Why is this car made to number 3? Well, easily it is one of the best driving cars you can buy. Sounds amazing, it handles amazing, and it has a really good interior. It's luxurious, it's a BMW. Use your blinker. Baller car number 2. This one was really hard for us to choose between number 2 or number 1 because it's just such a great driving car. Now, since this is a baller list, we couldn't solely rely on driving. We had to have luxury up there too. Now, this car does lack in the luxury department, but it more than makes up for it in the driving aspect. Yes, I just contradicted myself a little bit there. We're talking about the Porsche Cayman S. Now the S is a little bit of a budget stretch. You're gonna need to spend a little bit over $25,000, maybe 26 or 27 depending on the area you're in. But it can be done. It looks amazing. It's Porsche. Do not be a Porsche driving douchebag. You know who you are. It's the only mid-engine car on this list, so that gives it some prestige right then and there. We have an honorable mention for the contender for number 1. Reason being, just like the Cayman S, it's a little bit more of a budget stretch. 2 or Carrera 4S for both, like I said, 28, 29,000. I've seen some for 25, but once again, depends on your area. So you really gotta look harder. But if you can find it, hop on it, you won't be disappointed. Now, there are some issues with the 996, so make sure you do your research. But once again, with it being a higher end car, finding an example that hasn't been molested should not be an issue. Baller car number 1. Now this made number 1 because it's just the ultimate hoonigan machine. It's luxurious, got the status behind it. Jeremy Clarkson himself loves it. It's got a really big, snarling, naturally aspirated V8. It's rear wheel drive, and it's built by the Germans. We're talking about the Mercedes-Benz C63 AMG. A beautiful car. I've got a buddy that owns one. It sounds amazing. They're just so damn fast. '63 AMG is a monster on the streets. Arguably, could be one of the fastest cars that Ben's ever driven. With that said, there you have it, folks. That's our list of the top 10 most baller cars you can get for $25,000 or less. We know there's some cars that we left out that could be on the list, maybe should have been on the list, but hey, this is our version. If you have any thoughts on that, please leave them down in the comments below because we'd love to hear from you guys. And we'd love to see what some of your cars, your picks would be for this list. So please leave us in the comments below some of your choices for this pick. Thanks again for checking this video out. We really appreciate it. If you liked this video, go ahead and subscribe, drop us a comment, leave us a like, and we will see you guys next week with another awesome video. Thanks again for checking this out. We really appreciate it. Remember to go out there and do something awesome and get you a nice baller car. We know we will. Peace.